previously, in examining evidence for taqleed in our hadith, we examined very briefly the hadith that is attributed to the 12th Imam, Al-Imam Al-Mahdi Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajah, in which the Imam alayhi salam says in this hadith, وَأَمَّا الْحَوَادِثُ الْوَاقِعَةِ فَارْجِعُوا فِيهَا إِلَىٰ رُوَاةِ حَدِيثِنَا. As for events that occur, or anything that occurs, that you need guidance in terms of legal matters, or even more than that, then refer to who? Who is the reference that the Imam appoints for us during the time of the Ghayba? رُوَاةِ حَدِيثِنَا, the narrators of our hadiths. So there's an important question here. Who are these narrators of our hadith? Well, there could be several arguments here. One could say, let's take it literally, and whoever narrates a hadith. Anyone who's looked at the hadith of the Ahlul Bayt and narrates them, they're a source of reference. Whether they're expert or not, whether they're scholars or not, doesn't matter. The hadith says, go to the narrators of our hadith. Now, let's say someone knows the hadiths of Ahlul Bayt in terms of narration. They've narrated 20,000 hadiths. They've memorized, let's say, even 30,000 hadiths. Now, the hadith itself does not say those who memorized, it just says those who narrate our traditions. Now, do you think, rationally, the 12th Imam, at the time of Ghayba, there are challenging circumstances that arise every day, legal issues. He's referring us to narrators of hadith just because they're narrated. So if Zayd comes and he narrates 30 hadiths, I can refer to him in legal matters and seek his expertise and opinion? Or these narrators have to be experts who understand the hadith and can give it a proper application? What do you think the message is in this hadith?
What you said last.
See, we have a challenge here. During the Ghayba, there's no access to the Imam, direct access. So there will be events, occurrences, legal matters that we need guidance in. The Imam is saying, look, you no longer have access to the Imam where you go and just ask them. So I have a plan for you. I have a system in place. The system is go and refer to the ruwat of hadithina, those narrators of our hadith. Well, which narrator of hadith is actually prepared and qualified to solve these problems for you? Anybody who narrates the hadith, or it's more than that? What do you think?
Obviously more than that.
Why? On what basis do you say that?
Because somebody would have to understand the underlying language, science of the hadith itself before they could narrate it to somebody. Because if now, narrating a hadith is very simple, straightforward. I could narrate a hadith to you. But if you have a question about the specific words of the hadith itself, and if you're not in the position to say it, then you simply say, well, this is something that the Imam said, I don't know what to comment further on it, then you're actually harming the concept of narrator itself. So this person has to be an expert.
That's a valid point. The Imam ﷺ is asking us to refer to experts on hadith, not just any narrator of hadith. Because a narrator who doesn't understand the hadiths, the applications of the hadiths, the multiple dimensions of the hadith, cannot help you in that situation, can even confuse you more. The Imam could have just said, people, just refer back to the book of Kafi. Because remember, the book of Kafi was compiled in what era? During the minor occultation of the Mahdi. And you had these books of hadith. If the Imam wants us just to refer to the text of the hadith, without having an expert analyze it for us, he could have just said, refer to these books, and khalas, it's over. You don't need to refer to narrators of hadith. Because if the Imam means by narrators just tape recorders, people who just memorize the hadith and they narrate it to you without having expertise in the meaning of the hadith, then it would be easier to refer us to the book itself. The book of Kafi at the time was present. The Imam could have said, just refer to Kafi, it's enough. The Imam says, no, go to the narrators of our hadith. It's a given that the narrators of the hadith must be experts on hadith. And that's what a marja is. Question, why didn't the Imam say scholars in this particular hadith? Why did he say narrators of hadith? If what is meant by narrators of hadith is scholars who understand the hadith, then say that. Fuqaha, experts of our hadith. Why did the Imam say narrators of our hadith? If that's not the apparent meaning he intended, and what he intended is experts, why not say experts to begin with? Why use a term like that? What's the point? What's the goal?
Maybe you can go.
No, I don't.
Because there's other narratives of different, not school of thought, but different.
See, there are other schools of thought who have narrators, but remember, the Imam says, ruwat hadithina. It's a given that it's our hadith. But my question is, why did the Imam use the word ruwat, narrators? Why didn't he say experts, scholars of our hadith, experts in our hadith?
Maybe they could change it, but if it's a narrator, it's exactly what the Imam said.
Yes, that's the idea. And can you elaborate on that?
So I'm going to go at it maybe a little at a philosophical level as well. The way I'm looking at it is, at the end of the day, scholars are narrators of the Imam's hadith.
That's a key point. True scholars are mere narrators. How so? How are they just narrators?
Because at the end of the day,
we know that they use principles and years of studies to issue fatwas. But how are they just narrators?
because these are principles and things set by the Ahlul Bayt.
By the Ahlul Bayt. By using a phrase like that, ruwat hadithana, narrators of our hadith, the Imam is implying that the true scholars that you've referred to are not scholars who come up with their own opinions. You're not following their opinions. They're just messengers looking at our hadith and giving you their expertise in understanding our hadith. Nothing more than that. But what other schools of thought did, or what devious Shias with those sects did, they started inserting their own opinions. That's what the Imam is warning us about. And that's why you would use a word like that. And that's exactly why we call prophets messengers. Why is the title of the Prophet, his most beloved title is Rasulullah? Why? Why do we call him Rasulullah? Didn't the Prophet have an intellect? Didn't he make his calculations? Wasn't he the most intelligent human being? But we still call him a messenger. Why? Exactly. Because the idea is that he never inserts anything from himself. Everything is revelation from Allah. Now that doesn't mean that he does not have experience. Oh, he has a lot of experience. But in the end, he's just operating under God's command. Nothing from his own. And that's what true scholars do. Nothing from their own. They take the principles of Ahlul Bayt and they apply them and they issue fatwas. That's why the Imam would use a phrase like that. Why did I highlight this? Because today, some people who have objections to taqleed, they will tell you this hadith does not support taqleed in any way. Why? Because this hadith is telling you that the narrators, those who just narrate, not marji'as and scholars, any narrator of hadith, they are my proof, they are my hujjah, refer to them. So go to the book itself. Just go to the book of Kafi, go to the book of Tusi, go to the book of Saduq, and you just read the hadiths because they narrated those hadiths for you. You don't need a scholar. This is the objection. So that would be our answer.